And Romero, how are you, bro?
Hey, brother Albert. Morning.
Morning. How are you?
How are you, bro? Good. I just
Yeah,
woke up 5 minutes ago.
bro, same here. I just woke up. Yeah. Man, I'm not feeling well today, man. I got a sore
Hi,
back.
Hi.
I
Oh,
ever,
what happened? Maybe you don't have you need more rest.
yeah, maybe.
Wrong angle. Laying down at the wrong angle,
Ah,
right?
maybe.
No, you get that with the neck. When you have your neck a certain way all night, you wake up and it's so sore.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Are any of you in my foundations class with Dr. Joel?
No,
I
I'm not
don't think
in the class.
I just finished an assignment for him. That's why. See, while you're in bed, I'm doing work.
Hello, Professor Elemiah. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Good,
I'm
Professor.
feeling good.
Thank God for His
I've got a
grace.
sore back.
Huh?
I've got a sore back.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
Because of sitting too long, or
Sleeping too long. Yeah.
you don't know people are
Sleeping
sitting.
too much.
Huh?
No, I slept around 2:30 last night.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Hermeneutics is so hard, and also learning the vocab.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you
I
asked
wish-
what passage are you doing for hermeneutics? Old
Genesis
Testament,
39,
I love
verses
Harmony.
11 to 20.
11 to 20. Oh,
Mm.
okay, okay. Wow. I know. When I did it,
Mm.
it was not so easy also. But you can do it. I know you'll make
It
it.
can be fun.
I heard that you're the student, the A student in hermeneutics. A lot of people talk about it. You are the one of the A student.
Yeah, you got to listen to her. It's been such a long time since I did. Is there a hermeneutics too? I
Hermeneutics?
only remember. Is there a second course? Like, is there hermeneutics 1 and then 2? Do you advance in hermeneutics the same
No, you
way? I
just
don't think so.
it's only one course.
Yeah, I only did 1.
Yeah, it's only one. You
Mm-hmm.
can only do one because it's I mean that's all there is to it. You just learn how to exegete the past.
That's right. Whereas in Hebrew, you can keep going
Yeah,
high as you like, I guess.
yeah.
So our vocabulary will be on one,
Open.
all of them up to number 80
Yes, I
Right.
think up to number 80
tomorrow.
today.
Good
Is
morning,
it
everyone.
today?
Yes, I will open it up after the class.
I never even studied for it. Is it vocabulary today?
Yeah, but it's due tomorrow. I will open it up after class so you can study for it before you do it.
And then hand it in by tomorrow's class?
Yes. Wait, tomorrow's
Okay.
class? Yeah, hand it in tomorrow.
Yeah, we did it on a Friday last time too.
No, it was Thursday, but you gave it in on Friday morning
Oh,
before class.
okay, I will do it.
Yeah.
You scared me.
Our assignment's due today, Ethel.
What?
We
Our,
have
our,
seen,
our assignment.
Oh, I got that done.
okay.
I find the assignments way easier than vocabulary because,
No, the 10-page assignment.
yeah, right. Thanks. Somebody else told me one day there was an exam. And I'm like, whoa. I don't think so.
Ask me, Ethel. I'll tell you the truth. Don't worry.
Should I trust you?
Maybe you need to pray about it before that.
I agree.
Just to be on the safe side.
Just to be safe. Very trusting.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you all doing?
Morning, ma'am.
Surviving. Barely keeping up.
James, can you pray for us as we
Yes, sure.
begin this morning?
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for opportunity today that we come together as we learning language in the Old Testament, the Hebrew language. Oh Lord, please give us strength, give us wisdom, especially for our Professor Elavaya. Lord, oh God, thank you for her life and her time that teaching us, oh Lord. Oh, we commit our life, we give this time into your hand. In the name of Jesus, amen.
And
Amen.
Man.
So before we start, I just want to say we have the vocab quiz today. Right after the class, I will open it up. I will open it up on Moodle, so you can do it. It's due tomorrow. And then tomorrow we also have first thing in the morning, we have translation quiz. We have the translation quiz. And then we will also have, if you'd like, I sent some emails to some of you. If you'd like to retake the affix and prefix form quiz, I will be giving you an opportunity to retake it because when I was grading it, I noticed that there are some people maybe you didn't understand the instructions because I know that you know. So I will give you an opportunity to take it again so that you can be able to do, I will explain it again and then you will do it again. And then that is the one that I will grade. I'll put in as your final grade, not the one that you handed in last week. Okay?
if we didn't get it, we're good.
Huh?
If we didn't get that, I didn't get an email like that.
I sent an email for retaking the quiz. It was when I sent the email is together with your assignments that I sent out on assignment 5 with the vocabulary.
Oh, I'll check it again.
Yeah, so you can retake it tomorrow.
Assignment 5.
Because from what I saw when I was doing the grading, for some of you, it's not that you don't know the vowel pointings, because for the prefix form, you did it quite correctly. But for the affix form, you didn't do as I had instructed. So I will explain it again. For those who will be retaking it, I will explain it again, and then you can retake the quiz.
I didn't get it, Levaya.
It's it's in the same email that I sent the assignment and the vocabulary.
I am in there. I only got assignment 5 and vocabulary 3.
Okay, can you read? Okay, you'll read the message later.
Okay.
I will double check also and see if what I sent to you. Okay. So today we want to look at lesson number
Oh, I
10.
read it. Okay, I
Okay.
read it.
Okay. So we want to look at lesson number 10.
Oh.
Are you there? Sharon, can you read for us the lesson sentence?
바야보 엘 아비브 바요메르 아비 바요메르 히네니.
Good. All right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You still having a cold?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Vayabo el aviv, vayamer avi, vayamer hineni. That is the sentence today. How many verbs do you see in this sentence? We have quite a number of verbs.
보.
How many?
The one is first 바야보
Okay.
came and 바요 아메르
Vayomer.
바요메르. 예.
Yeah.
And here also 바요메르.
Okay.
Right.
We have three verbs. We have three verbs: vayabo, vayomer, and then vayomer. It appears 3 times. So when we are analyzing this, we'll be analyzing 3 verbs: vayabo, vayomer, and vayomer again. So when we are passing it, we pass all the 3 of them before we do the translation. Okay, so we begin with vayabo. So what is the root? What's the root word?
Oh.
Oh.
Good.
Isn't there a missing letter there?
Yeah.
Correct. You're quite correct. This is a hollow verb.
A verb. Yeah.
So what is the missing letter?
Holem. Vav holem.
Shurek.
Huh?
홀렘.
A verb.
Okay.
Holem.
Oh no, holem.
Holem.
A holem. Yeah.
Holem.
Yes, the missing letter is holem. So we have the comments here. Who can tell us the 3? We have 3 so far we have learned 3 missing letter rules. Okay. Kana, can you tell us the 3 missing letter rules? If you can remember?
First yod.
How do you, what is the identifier?
Tere under prefix.
Very good.
Then hollow verb.
How do you identify the hollow verb?
Commits under prefix.
Prefix pronoun. Very good. Then the third one.
That's the one I don't.
Okay, so you can ask one of your classmates to help you. Choose the person who tell us the 3rd missing letter rule.
James tonight.
Master Samson.
Okay, Samson, what is the 3rd missing letter rule?
Can I choose James? I don't know the last one, that's why.
You need to answer it.
I think it's Shurek.
No, we are talking about the 3rd missing letter rule. Kana has just told us if
The Sere so far and the Pata.
Yeah, sere under the prefix pronoun means that we are missing the first yod. And then she said kamet under the prefix pronoun means that we are missing the middle letter for the holo verb, which is
Holem.
holem or hirek plene. Now, which is the third missing letter rule?
Can I nominate someone else?
Okay, and then that will be the final nomination.
I nominate James.
Okay. It's first noon missing.
First noon missing. How do we identify that it's the first noon that's missing?
Assimilation. You see the case in the middle root letter.
Okay, so the third missing letter rule, when you see when you have only two root letters, and within the first root letter is a dageshi forte, and before the two root letters you have the prefix pronoun, then you know that you need to use the third missing letter rule, which means that the first noon has been assimilated into the second root letter, which is signified by the dageshi forte. Okay, so you need to remember that the three rules, you need to keep memorizing them because we have one more that is coming. Okay, so we have a missing letter here. And so how do we pass this verb? Via bo. What is the root again? We said the root is bo.
Oh.
And then what is the stem? MSG. What is the stem?
Oh, stem.
The stem is kal. And then what is it? What is the form?
Affix.
Prefix.
Prefix.
Prefix. Why do we know it's prefix and not affix?
Because of the
바보, 파타, 다게시.
yeah.
Conversive.
And so how do we is there any special what is the PGN first of all?
3MSG.
Yes, 3MSG. And then what is the special feature?
Verb conversive.
Very good. And then so Ami, give us the final translation.
Yes, which part? Here?
We are talking about this one.
Okay. And he came.
Okay.
Yes, and he came. Okay. So and then we have, what does L mean?
Two.
Good. And then we have a V. So we are going to look at that. We are going to break that down and just see what that is. So first of all, we've just analyzed the, okay. We've just analyzed the whole verb, bo. And as you said, you have to remember to pay attention always to what is happening under the prefix pronoun when you have a verb conversive. Always check under the prefix pronoun and check your vowels and see what the vowel is and what it's telling you, what it symbolizes for you. So when we look at this, we've seen that it is actually a holo verb because we have the kamet under the prefix pronoun. So we know that there is a missing root letter, and we have just found out that it is holem plene. It's a holem plene. So we just, again, it is bo, the stem is kal, the form is prefix, the PGN is 3MSG, and the special feature is verb conversive, and we translate it as, and he came. So we continue to because the aviv is a pronominal suffix. So we want to look at the pronominal suffixes. And I just want to revisit the pronominal suffixes again. We have two, the pronominal suffixes, they are pronouns and they can be either possessive, as we see here, they can be either possessive or objective. You remember that? They can be either possessive or objective. So they appear as suffixes to nouns, to adjectives, and also to the definite direct object marker, okay? So that is where we'll mostly see them, and sometimes even in verbs. So when they are appearing in nouns, on nouns, you remember I said when they appear on nouns, they are possessive. When they appear with the prepositions, they are objective. So it is important that we remember that. And they all have, they have person, they have gender, and they have number. So that's why we have first person, common singular, second person, masculine singular, okay? So, like remember someone asked, we have type 1 and type 2. In type 1 is usually with the singular nouns and type 2 with the plural nouns. For example, if we have a word like my brother, Ahi is my brother. If we had it, Ahi, that would be my brothers. So when you use a type 2, it becomes plural, and when it's used with plurals, and type 1 is used with singular nouns. Okay, so let's remember that. So now we've seen that we have these pronominal suffixes, but I want to draw your attention to the fact that we also have alternate pronominal suffixes here in type 1. If you look at the first person common singular, you'll find that we have the Hirek Yod or the Hirek Plene, but we also have an alternative for that, which is Nun, Hirek, and Yod. So we pronounce that as Ni. Third person masculine singular also has an alternative pronominal suffix, and this is who. And then this again, the third person feminine singular also has an alternative one. Please remember again that the third person feminine singular has a dot in the middle. It is not a dageshi lene and it is not a dageshi forte, but it's called a mapik. That's what it's called. So be careful not to think that this is a dageshi lene or a dageshi forte, which is doubling the letter. So this can be written, can be written as ha, and sometimes it appears as ha. So you have to take note of this also. And then we have hem, third person masculine plural, which also can be written as And finally, we have hen, which can also be written as an. Okay? Now you have to memorize these alternate pronominal suffixes for type 1, so that you can easily recognize them. You have to memorize each one of them, and also these ones, the rest of the type 1 and type 2, so that you can be able to identify them when you come across them in your translation. So aviv is a noun. We see av, and then we have it has a pronominal suffix here, and av, the pronominal suffix. Av, as you know, means father, and yiv, his. Now, I want you to pay attention also to the fact that yiv is an irregular form. It is not the common form that we see for the third person masculine singular. And this, you have to take note of it also because it appears quite a bit. Okay? So please take note of this, the irregular form when dealing with the word av. Okay? So again, we see that avi is a noun that is combined with a pronominal suffix. Av, father, and then e, meaning my father. So we have the same word, but with different pronominal suffixes appearing. Does anyone have a question before I move on?
So the yiv is my or is my when it comes with of.
No, this one is Yiv.
Yeah.
Yiv is his father.
Yes. Oh, I see it now.
Remember also that when a pronominal suffix is attached to a noun, it is usually possessive. Yeah, possessive. So it will be his, has, my, your, like that. Yeah, that should be the translation.
Regular form is, oh, I see.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I want to just again go back to this. You see, what we are used to seeing is ayiv. Actually, that is what would normally be translated as his. Okay? And then the O, or the whole plane, and then the who. But now we are seeing an irregular form. So these also are translated as his. But this one, if, is an irregular form of the third person masculine singular pronominal suffix. So it's because it's, but it's also not the one that is actually most common. And I think you've seen it quite a lot, even in a lot of our lesson sentences and in a lot of the translation we have done so far has been ayiv. Okay, that has been the one that we have seen commonly. But the eve is actually, it's an irregular form. It's not the regular way you'd see the third masculine singular. So you have to take note of it so that when you see it, you'll be able to identify it. The hirek, yod, and verb combination. Okay? Okay. Walter, will you read for us number 3?
Okay. From the Hebrew.
Yeah, from the Hebrew.
Va yo lo po va yo po
Vayabo.
vayabo el abio
Aviv.
avi okay va ya
Yo.
va yo mer.
We have a holem up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Biomer.
Biomer. B. Biomer. Adonai.
No. Read the word again.
No, sorry. It's not. Hineni.
Yes, hineni. Okay. I want you to look under here, under the V, and you will see the mark that looks like a converted letter V. Can you see it?
Yeah.
This mark is called the Atna. And you need to really take note of it, because later on, as you begin to read Hebrew, later on, as we begin to have longer passages, you'll be expected to take note of this and to indicate it by putting either a period or full stop, depending on where you come from, or a semicolon. So when you're translating and you have the Atna at some point in your sentence, you must take note of it and not just translate without punctuation. And you must put a period to show that there is a break and they're starting a new sentence. So yeah, continue. Just continue.
Okay. Notice the small mark in Avi. This mark is called Atna.
Atna.
Anna.
Atna.
Atna. That indicates a break in the verse or sentence, equivalent to the break we mark with a period or semicolon. It also indicates that the next word begins a new phase, and it is one of the few helps you will have in how was that? Punctuating a Hebrew verse in the Bible.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much. So when we have the Atna again, you need to take note when you're reading. You need to take note of the vowels. You need to take note of the symbols and the marks that you're seeing. Okay, because they're converted. Sorry. Because this will help you to know where the sentence is ending, and even in terms of your translation, so that you know at this point I need to break my translation here. I need to break my translation here, and this begins a new sentence. This is especially important when you are beginning to work with big, longer passages, and you're trying to understand where does this sentence begin and where does this sentence end. So these are some of the things that these are some of the marks like the Atna that can help you. Even when you're reading the Hebrew sentences, because later on, I think it is you do a lot of reading in Hebrew 3 and Hebrew 4. So this helps you to know where do I break my sentence and where does it begin and where does it end. So when you have this, it means that it is the ending of that particular sentence. So it's important that you take note of that also. Okay.
Is it almost the same with comma in English?
With a what?
Comma.
Oh, no. More like a period, like a full stop. It's like a full stop or period or semicolon. Semicolon is the one that is like this.
Okay.
Semicolon is like this.
So it would usually come like in the position of one of the it wouldn't come in between words, right? It would come at the end of a word where a vowel point would normally be.
Okay, at the bottom here. Yeah. See like where this is, somewhere there, or what are you asking?
Like is it supposed to come within one word and another word? You know how there's a space, or would it come would it come between, like at the end of a word where a vowel point is usually supposed to be?
Oh, okay. I think I get what you're saying. Are you saying like would it come like somewhere here?
Oh, does it really matter? Or
towards? Actually, it comes mostly at under the last word of the sentence or the last part, or where the break needs to be. So the break, when you see it like here, you know the break should be after the word avi. So it could be a full stop or a semicolon. So we see there's this last
word.
Professor.
Just want also to ask if.
Sorry, I can't hear.
Just to follow up Brother Dominic question.
Okay.
Is there also an Atna above the vowel?
No, the Atna comes
only below.
Yeah, what comes on top of the words of the consonants is the accents.
Okay.
Yeah, the accents are the ones that come above and it normally has the sign I was showing you the other time.
Yeah. So that is accent. We
Yeah.
might mistaken it as Atna. Thank you.
Yeah, the accent comes at the top of the word. So the Atna is here. So the where you find it usually is here at the bottom, and at the bottom of the last word that is to be at the end of that break, whether it's to be broken by a period or broken by a semicolon. So it will be somewhere under here at the bottom. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome. Yeah. So we find the word hineni. This is a very interesting word in Hebrew, by the way, and a very common one. I mean, not common, but a very interesting word in Hebrew. It has a lot of meaning, and I will be explaining that to us in a few minutes. So hineni is made up of two components. Okay, and I'm going to ask who hasn't read today. Zompi, can you read for us?
Where is he?
Zompi, he's there.
Yes.
Where did he go?
Hineni is made up of two components.
There you are.
Ni once the SG pronominal suffix.
Yes.
And he. Hine.
Okay, good.
Here now.
Okay.
When these two components come together, the sound disappear. The translation of hineni is here I am. Ni ending or alternate form is usually taken by particle like hene and a few preposition. Now and most preposition take e like a v. Hine is a word that cannot be classed as either noun or verb. It is called a predicator or existence, emphasizing presence and immediacy. We have no comparable word function in English. Behold, here, and now are all acceptable translation.
Okay. So hine, as Zompi has read for us, is actually two components. So we have the ni, which is a past CS pronominal suffix, and the hine. But these two are combined, and when the two are combined, the he is dropped out, and then the ni and the hine are combined to form hineni. Take note that the dagesh in the middle shows that it's been assimilated. The he has been assimilated, and now all that we have is hineni, which means here I am again. That's what it says. So I want to come down here. So hine is a word. It's not a noun or a verb. It's neither a noun nor a verb, and we call it the predicator of existence. Actually, it emphasizes presence and immediacy, and also it expresses like a total readiness to give of yourself or to offer your total availability. That is what it means when you say hineni in Hebrew. In fact, there are very key parts of the Hebrew Bible where we find the word hineni. Like when God called out to Moses and from the burning bush, and Moses was replying to God, he said, hineni, here I am. When God was approaching Abraham to ask him to offer Isaac as sacrifice, when God approached him and God was talking to him, he said, hineni, here I am, which gives the nuance or the meaning of I am ready and available to do whatever it is you're asking me to do. So that is the key emphasis and importance of this word that we see here, Hineni. God, when God was calling out, you remember the story of Samuel, when he kept going to Eli and telling Eli that are you calling me? He went once, he went twice, he went 3 times. And when he went the last time, Eli tells him that, you know, when you hear that voice, just say, here I am. You know, the word there again is Hineni. Here I am available and ready to listen to what you want to say to me. So that's a very key, one of the key ways, one of the key places in scripture in the Old Testament that we see Hineni being used. The one that we are most familiar with also is in Isaiah chapter 6. You know, when Isaiah has this vision in Isaiah chapter 6, and he sees the glory of God, and, you know, and God is asking, whom shall I send? And who will go for us? And immediately Isaiah says, Hineni, here I am, send me. You see, it has the meaning, it's such a, I find it like such a powerful word in Hebrew, because, and it has such a lot of strong theological meaning. It's not just, it just does not mean, you know, like the way we'd say in English, here I am, you know, here I am, I have come, you know, but it has such a deeper meaning in the sense that you're saying, I am ready for whatever you're asking me to do. I'm available, you know, it has that, I am present to do whatever it is that you're asking me to do. So that is just the weight that this word carries even in the scriptures. The word Hineni, you know. So when we translate it, you can translate it as, Hine can be translated as behold, hear, or now. And sometimes some people translate, when they translate Hineni, they will translate it as behold, here I am. So it can have that kind of translation also. But it doesn't have when you translate it when you see it within context in a Hebrew sentence, and then you translate it in English, sometimes I feel like it loses the depth and the impact that it carries actually in the Hebrew context. So anyway, that's just something for you to know and to understand about the Hineni.
Mom.
Yeah?
I have a question.
Okay.
The first common singular is ani, anoki. This is ni only. Also meaning is I.
Huh?
I, English I.
Yes.
Hebrew is ani, anoki.
Yes.
But here is no ani, anoki, just ni.
Yeah, ani, anuki is the independent personal pronoun.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think, yeah, this is ni also meaning is I.
Actually, okay, let me explain something to you. Ani, anuki, you know, ani, anuki, ata, ate, that one. That is first, sorry, independent personal pronoun. Okay?
Yes.
But this is a pronominal suffix, which is attached at the end of it. But I was just, one of the things that you'll find is that sometimes in Hebrew they have combined hine. They say that the hineni is a combination of hine and ani. Yeah, it can be a combination of hine and ani. And for some people, they say maybe that is where they got the ni from, because ani is I. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has been shortened to ni. This is why it is an, you see, it is an alternative. It is not the usual type 1 or first common singular, but it is like an alternative way. It's an alternative of first common singular.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So Amos, just read for us, and then let's just put this together. Read the two, the way the translation of the different parts. Oh, we can't hear you. Unmute your mic.
Sorry. And he came to his father, and he said, "My father." And he said, "Here I am." So the final translation would be, and he came to his father and said, "My father," and he said, "Here I am."
Okay. Now I want you to take note of something at this point also. This is when we now use, you see we have biomer here and biomer here, which means it is reporting what someone said, okay? So when we say, and he said, we must now begin to include the quotation marks in our translation. Please take note of what I'm saying to you right now. When we translate biomer from now, include quotation marks, because this is now what you're saying, that it's direct speech, what the person said. He said, then you put quotation marks, and then when you're translating it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get? So when he said, and he said, then we put whatever the person said must be in quotation marks.
Does this mean we'll get points knocked off if we don't put it?
Huh?
Will we get points knocked off, or is there like a time of mercy for like the next 2 weeks if we don't put quotation marks?
No, of course I always I always show mercy. Instead of wrath, I will show mercy.
Thank you very much.
I think I have been very merciful thus far.
Thus far.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Simpson, you are forgiven.
That's why you're my favorite teacher, Elavaya.
Yeah, mine too.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
God bless you.
That's not going to get you an A.
Okay, so let's go back to our sentence.
Mom.
Yeah?
I have a question again.
Okay, sure.
About hineni.
Yes.
So ni is pronominal suffix, so we should do translation my or me. Why translation I am?
No, when we are translating hineni, we translate it as here I am.
Yeah, so the ni is pronominal suffix. So pronominal suffix is you can translation possessive or adjective. So we translation usually my or me. Here translation I am.
The translation for ni, is I am.
So I couldn't understand pronominal suffix. We should translation my or me.
This is what you're asking.
Yeah. The ni meaning is my.
Yes.
Me. But their translation.
If it is with a noun, we translate it as possessive. If it is with a preposition, we translate it as me.
Yeah.
Now we come to hineni.
Yeah.
Hineni, the ni is, like I said to you, is almost considered like a combination of hine and ani.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when we combine this together in Hebrew, this is usually just translated as here I am.
I see.
Yeah, because you cannot translate it as here I. Because hine means here.
Yeah.
Ani or ni, ni means I.
Yeah.
So the translation
ni means is not I, my. Me. my.
So now this is an alternate. This is when we use ni is different from the. Let's go back. You see, this is the erect plane.
Yeah.
This we translate as my and me.
Yeah.
But this is an alternative pronominal suffix. And so this one is translated, when combined with hine, it is translated as I.
Only with hine?
Yes.
So this is special?
Actually, as far as I know, this is my as far as I know, unless maybe I just check to find out if there are others. But as far as I know, it's when it is combined with hine that it is translated as I. I am. So it becomes I am. Because for me, okay, I've not studied so much of the Hebrew, but what I have come across so far with what I have studied has just been hine, which has been combined with ni. And that is the one that I've only seen that is translated as here I am. I haven't personally come across another one that has been translated with ni that is that is translated as I. So for me, my conclusion is, and what I read even in one grammar book, is that some people consider this as ani, combination of hine and ani.
Yeah. So hineni is the special case. Special case.
Yes, to some extent.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, maybe it's something for me to study further and just see if there's any other maybe words that use ni as a pronominal suffix. Maybe that would be a good research paper to write also on in a Hebrew, for the Hebrew, to find out whether ni is used in another way besides being used with hine. Okay, so maybe that's something you've thrown my way for me to dig deeper and find out whether there is something more than that. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
So maybe I will search and find out more about that and see if there's anything more that translated like that.
Yes.
Okay. So we will do a bit of translation. Our assignment for today is you go to our assignment will be on Moodle, but we are going to do a few exercises before we continue with that. Sorry, just give me a few minutes. I'm having trouble logging into Moodle. Okay, I don't know why I cannot enter into Moodle. Anyway, we have number 2.
Oh, assignment.
Yeah, we have number 2 and
which page, ma'am?
I'm at lesson
58 to 59.
I see it.
9. Number 2.
You can check on Moodle.
Elavaya, do you check these or do we check them?
Check what?
When we hand assignments in, do we just check it ourselves or do you check them?
I check them. What do you mean? Do I grade them?
No, you just put the check mark beside, right?
Yes.
When you receive it. Okay. I'll leave it alone.
So our assignment for lesson 10
2, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 2, 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 5, and 6. But now we are going to do we're going to do some of them.
Can we start with number 2 then?
Nice try. Too smart for us.
Okay.
Here we are.
We start with number 1.
Okay.
Who will volunteer to try?
Me.
Yes.
Was that me?
Huh?
Did you call me?
Yes. Number 1.
Ah, so sure. Hine. Hine. Bene. Hamalek. Vau.
Okay. So what is our verb?
Bow. Is it bow at the end?
Yes, bow. And how do we pass it?
We pass it. Root is bet vav aleph. Stem is cow. Form is affix. Yep, form is affix. Person, PGN is 3 CPL. And meaning is they came or they entered.
Okay. So how do we translate the whole sentence?
So they came. So we've got behold. First word, behold. And they, don't know what that first part is, but the king or to the king is the next part of that sentence. I'm not sure what that word is.
Okay.
Before the makef. Bene, it's going to be something plural noun, isn't it? Oh, that's the sons, isn't it? So
yes.
Yeah. Behold, the sons of the king came.
Yes.
They came. So the sons of the king came.
Yeah,
Something
good.
like that.
Yeah, that's the right translation. So
nice,
here we,
nice.
Huh? What is this? Dominic, what is this construction?
Construct absolute.
Dominic? What did we call this? When we have two verbs side by side.
Chain?
Okay, say it louder.
Is that a chain?
Yeah, what we call that?
Chain construction?
Construct chain.
Construction chain.
Construct chain. Yeah. So when this is just, let's just review this again. When we have the construct chain, what is the first part of the construct chain? This is the
Construct.
Construct.
Construct. Complement.
Now this is called the construct noun, and this is the absolute noun.
Absolute. Yeah.
So when we say that when we have a construct noun, this is the indicator, the tere and the yod. You remember?
Yeah.
These are indicators that this is a construct noun. And so because, and we said that the absolute always has definiteness. and we can see, can you see the, what is it? Definite article?
Yeah.
Ha. Okay. So we say Bnei Hamelech, this is a construct chain, and this is the subject of our verb. And so we see that Bnei is in plural. Bnei, so the sons of the king. And then here we have a plural ending, a plural affix pronoun, which is plural. So when we are looking for the subject of our verb, it will be in plural form. So we say, behold, the sons of the king came. Okay? So we will move to the next one.
4.
Let me just be sure I'm okay. 3. So we move to number 3. Romero, you want to try?
Junction.
Okay, I will try.
I'm not sure whether you've done this word in your vocabulary.
No.
Have you seen? I'm not sure whether you've done it in your vocabulary yet. Ata.
Yata.
Does anybody know what ata means?
Is it after?
You?
Means now.
It's now?
Yeah.
Means now?
Okay, so based on that, you can now continue.
And now.
Romero, you can continue.
Start
off by finding what verb you have.
Veyata. Hineni. Holek.
Yes.
Leia. Me.
Okay. Okay. So what are we looking, where is our verb?
Verb. Yeah.
King.
Ata.
Ata means now. And then we have, we just learned this word.
Hineni.
Look at all the words that you have. What looks like a verb?
Leyami.
Okay. Ask somebody to help you. And then you continue to find the verb.
Ethel, can you help me find the verb? Hebrew is standard.
No. Don't say that. I'm guessing it's holech.
Correct.
I don't know what it means.
Huh?
I'm still trying to memorize.
Holek. Holek means say.
No. Holek. What is the root word of holek?
Halak, right? Halak.
Yes, correct. The root word is halak. And then what is the stem?
The stem is affix.
Halak.
No.
We've learned
it's a kal. It's kal.
Correct. We've only learned so far we've only learned 2 stems. So when I ask stem, it can only be either kal or kal or PL. Okay. Then
Affix.
No, it is not a fix.
There's no.
Why is it not a fix? Who can tell us when we have the affix form? What is the indicator of the affix form?
The verb.
Stephen, what
Kamets.
is the
Kamets.
What is it?
Kamets.
Kamets.
Kamet under what?
Under the pe.
First root letter.
Under the first root. Kamet under the first root letter. But do we have a kamet under the first root letter?
None.
Okay, so what indicators have we learned so far for the different forms? We have 3 different forms. We have the affix, we have the prefix, the affix, and the participle. So which form could this be?
Participle.
Participle.
Okay, the participle. Phineas, why is it the participle? Why is this a participle?
Because of the
definite article.
There is no because of the
definite article.
There is no definite article. Because of the holem plane here.
The middle.
Because of the holem plane.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong word, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. This is the holem plane. Remember, for identifying the participle, you either have a holem or the holem plane right after the first root letter. So that is how you identify that this is the participle form of the word. Okay? So let us continue.
Okay,
so now we translate translate the sentence. Give the meaning. We now know that this is Carl. No, this is Carl participle. Okay, we have found out that the stem is Carl. The form is participle. And what is the PGN?
3 MSG.
3MS. And then, well, how do we translate it?
B.
The root word is halak.
Halak.
And
halak.
Okay.
I go to.
We said that when we are translating the participle, we add the ing form to it. So halak means to?
Going or when?
Yes. So when we are putting the meaning, we write going under the meaning place. We put going, or in brackets be going, because sometimes you have to supply a verb there for it to make sense. So now we read the whole sentence. I will ask Stephen to translate the whole sentence now.
Okay. Now behold, can I, he?
You can supply the verb to be.
But I don't know, the subject maybe he. He was going to my people.
Okay, if you say you're going to your people, what is the person speaking?
I don't know, because the participle, we don't know the.
But the clue you get is here.
My people. I am
my
people.
I am going to my people.
Okay, so now read the whole. Say it again. Now.
Now, here behold, I was going to my people.
Sorry again.
And now behold, I was coming to my people.
Halak means?
Going.
Okay, so I am going
to my people.
I am going to my people. Okay, so let's do the final one. And then we,
Which one?
number 7.
Oh. 7. There it is. And here I am.
Who wants to volunteer to try it?
I am.
Well, let's just do it because of time. Let's just do it together.
Here I am.
Okay, so let's start with the first word. How do we translate this?
And here I am.
No.
Oh, and wait.
Read.
Hine.
First
Hine.
read the word.
Behine.
Eh?
Hine.
Behine.
What do we have at the beginning? What verb is this we have at the beginning?
And
Conjunction.
but or then.
No, the verb. What is the verb with the shewa?
Conjunction.
Verb conjunction.
Oh yeah, verb
This is
conjunction.
verb conjunction because
Verb conjunction.
this is not a verb, an affix form.
Verb conjunction.
Verb conjunction. Then we have, and the verb conjunction means what? How do we translate it?
And or but or
Yeah,
or.
correct. Okay, and then hine.
Hine. Here I am.
No, hine is not here I am.
Behold.
Behold.
So how do we translate this?
And behold.
And behold. What is ish?
Man or husband.
Correct. And so we translate it and behold
A man.
When we do not have a definite article, this is another thing to remember. When we do not have a definite article at the beginning of a noun like this one, we translate it as a man. If we have a definite article, we translate it as the man.
A man.
Or if it's in a construct chain, the. So we say, behold a man. So we don't translate it, behold man. But we will translate it as, and behold a man. Okay?
Man. Yeah.
Okay. How do we translate this?
Man, his son or something.
Mibne. Mibne.
Hang on.
Okay, I give you a clue. These are 2 words.
Yeah, the one means son. Doesn't it? One
Yes.
is
One is son.
son.
Or
His son. Or
take note of this. We have 2 words here.
yeah.
Me means?
Min. From.
Huh? Mean?
From.
Yeah. From. Correct. This is me from.
From, yeah, that's it.
And then this is
sons, children,
Israel.
It is?
From Israel.
Okay. So this is from, because this is again a construct noun combined with this particular with the min, which means from, out of, and so a man. So this becomes one word. We are going to translate it as
of the sons.
The sons of Israel, a man of the sons of Israel.
Or from?
A man from sons of Israel.
Correct. So this is a construct chain. Mibne Israel. Israel is a construct chain. Okay. So we combine this. So, and then we say, and behold, a man from the sons of Israel.
Israel came.
Okay. So what is this?
Go, come, came.
And how do we pass it? What is the root again?
Bo.
Correct. The root is bo. What is the stem?
Called.
Are you sure? You're saying it so softly, like there's no confidence. What stem is it?
All.
Okay. And so what's the form?
Affix.
Are you sure it's affix?
Affix or not?
This could be
It
affix,
is affix.
or participle.
It is affix.
It's affix.
Okay.
Affix.
Amos, why you sound very confident that it is affix? Why is it affix?
Okay, number 1, like there is like a comment under the
Met.
first like root letter number 1. Number 2, there's no holem or holem.
Yeah.
I agree with you,
Okay.
Miss.
For the hollow, you remember when we did the
Participle.
extra grammar yesterday? The
There's
hollow
a
verbs.
hollow.
Hollow verbs do not have a holon when they appear as in their participle form, but they will have the kamets at the bottom. And so sometimes you will not even be sure whether it is a kamet, whether it's a affix form or it is a participle form. Okay?
Okay.
And you remember I was saying we have three ways of finding out. One of them is if there is another participle form. We do not have another participle form here. Another way we know whether it is an affix form or participle is if it had a definite article here. And
Yeah.
this does not have a definite article. The other way is if it is attached to hine. It is not attached to hine. Hine is here and it is here. Therefore, we can safely conclude that this bar is not in the participle form, but it is in the affix form. So be very careful because of the kamets when we are dealing with hollow verbs, okay?
There should be a verb there, right?
Yes, there should be a verb here. That is when it's in its root, in its lexical form. There should be holon plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do we translate and behold?
This is affix, so it is in the affix form. What is the PGN?
3 MSG.
Yes, and what, is there any special feature?
No.
And so we translate it as?
He came.
He came.
Yeah, correct. So I want you to be very careful about the hollow verbs in the participle form, because the hollow verbs they all appear like this. They do not show their, of course, they only come as they only come as 2 root letters with the kamets at the bottom. So it's very easy to think that it is in the affix form when actually it is in the participle form. So we need to check those indicators. Is there another participle in the sentence? If there's another participle in the sentence, then it means that this would be a participle also. If it has a definite article, it means that it is a participle. But this does not have a definite article. If it comes attached to hine or another preposition, then you know that it is a participle. But we do not have that with this particular one. So we come to the conclusion that it is affixed. Okay? Do you understand? Do you get how to identify them?
Mom, can you explain again why that is cannot be participle?
Why it cannot be? Because first of all, if there's another participle, if it's a participle in this sentence, the whole sentence, there could be another participle. If there's another participle which here in the sentence, then we know that this one must also be participle. They will agree with each other. Okay? So, do you get up to there?
Ma'am, but when we see the yesterday's lesson, number one, the rule, it says that if the another participle is combined with the ba, it is not in the sentence. So isn't it? It has to be combined with it.
Okay, wait, let me find it.
Yeah, there has to be a holon defectiva
Okay,
or
so
holon
what I'm saying with what I'm saying, okay, if you have a participle, if you have an ambiguous form, you're not sure whether it is affix or participle. But within the same sentence, you have another participle. Then you know that the ambiguous one, the one you cannot tell if it's affix or a participle, becomes the participle. For example, if we had, wait, let me go back to our other one. For example, if we had Holek somewhere here within the sentence, somewhere we have Holek and then we also have this bar, then you know for sure that this must be a participle because they're in agreement. There's two participles within the same sentence, okay?
So you mean it doesn't need to be attached to the word ba with another participle? No?
No, no.
Okay.
If there are two participles in the same sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you say you cannot have two participles? Yes,
No,
or yes, you can.
Yeah, you can have two participles. What I'm saying, if you're trying to identify if the ambiguous ones, especially the ones that are hollow verbs, you cannot tell. Sometimes it looks like an affix form, and it looks at the same time as a participle form. So you may not be sure, is this affix or is this participle? So to find out whether it is an affix or a participle, you look within the sentence to see if there is another participle. If there's another participle within the sentence, it means that your ambiguous one, the one you're not sure about, is also a participle. Yes.
And
Sharon,
there's also.
Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what about the ones that end in aha and eam and ot? Those ones say they're
Those ones you
participle.
can easily identify them.
Yeah, those are easy. This to do with
what we are
the
talking
ambiguous.
about is the hollow verbs, because the hollow verbs, the participle looks like an affix form, so it can easily confuse you because you're not sure. Is it? You see, like even what we just when we were trying to pass it, your first thought is that, oh, commit under the first root letter, so this must be an affix form. But when it comes to participles, you have to be careful and check if there's another participle in the sentence. So don't be quick with the hollow verbs to conclude that this is an affix form. You have to check first and see, is there another participle within the same sentence? If there's another participle within the same sentence, then this hollow verb in the participle must probably be in its participle form. Okay? Then another way to find out is you check, is it combined with an independent pronoun, or is the pronoun attached to hine? In our text, it is not attached to hine, they are separate. So you can it is translated more as that's why we translate it as affix, because the hine comes at the beginning of the sentence. Okay? So if the participle again has a definite article attached to it, you see, if it was haba, habo, or haba, sorry, if it was haba, then we know that it is a definite article with the verb. Therefore, this must be a participle.
Participle.
Okay?
Okay.
So let's go back to the bow. So can you see? There is no definite article. There is no other participle within this sentence, as far as we know. And then it is not connected to hine, because hine is here and ba is here. So we come to the conclusion that this must be affix and not participle. So do you understand, Sharon, now?
So you mean in this sentence here there is hine. So the verb is affix form.
Yes.
Is okay.
No.
Yeah,
the hine, when the hine is attached, when it is together.
Yes.
Then it will be
same in the sentence. So
when they are close to each other. but because they are separate, we translate it as affix. But in Hebrew 3 and 4, you can argue it out and say that with the hine in the context, you can translate it as like as a participle. But for now, for our level, we will translate it as affix. But if you do this and you're translating in Hebrew 3 or 4, you can actually argue your case and be able to translate this as a participle. But for Hebrew 1, we will translate it as affix based on what I have explained to you. Yeah. So you can review that part again, that part on lesson 8. Sorry, our time has gone. It's already 9:25, and so we will finish here. Please remember that after the class, I am opening up the vocabulary quiz, and then we have lesson assignment 10 to do, which is due tomorrow, and the vocabulary is due tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, first thing, we have the translation quiz and the retake for the affix and the prefix forms for those who have to who would like to retake it.
This quiz, I don't even know why I'm retaking it.
Check, because the vowel, actually, why, let me explain why, just quickly, because time has gone. The reason some of you have to retake it is because of the affix. You remember I said you must put the affix form, the vowel under the affix form. Let me just do this quickly, and then we finish off.
Yeah.
So we have these 3 vowels. Okay. So what I required of you to do for all the person, gender, and number is to include the vowel pointing that comes under. I will do the first one. This is for the first one, and you put the kamets here. Then you do for the next one, 1, 2, and 3. You put the vowel under and then the ending for the affix form. And then you come to the next person. You put the vowel pointing under, and then you put the ending of this is for the affix form.
Yeah.
Okay. You put the affix pronouns at the end, and you put the first vowel under the first root letter. Okay. Most of you just did it for the
ending.
First part, yeah. But you didn't do for the rest of the person, gender, and number, like for the first person, second person, third person, fourth person. You did not include it. So I expect to see a vowel somewhere here and somewhere here, and then you continue writing another vowel under, and then the prefix pronoun at the end. Do you understand?
Yeah, but how are we supposed to know those when there's no real words?
Yeah, so that's why I was telling you, what you assume again is that you can, if it will help you, on top of what's written the root, you can put for yourself 3 circles to indicate the 3 root letters, okay? If it will be helpful for you. And then you indicate that this is the kamets or whatever. If it's the second masculine singular, what comes here at this point and here, like that.
Oh. I thought I did that. So we're supposed to know the vowel pointings of the roots as well?
The vowel form for the affix form, again, for the affix form, it's just for the first root letter that I want to see what is under the first root letter, and then the affix pronouns, what comes at the end. You know, like there's the hierarchy or whatever comes at the end. Okay? Are you understanding it now? I will repeat it again for us tomorrow.
Oh, I see. I think I understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I hand that in tomorrow?
So we will do it tomorrow.
Just for the affix, yeah, I didn't put anything in front of
We will
the.
do it tomorrow. You can do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow after the translation quiz.
Oh, we'll do it in class.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Would that be in the chart?
What?
Would those things you were telling us to add to the affix, are they in the chart?
Which chart? The ones we have for the class?
One that was in the Moodle that we memorized?
Okay, does anybody else have a problem? I will release the rest of the class. So
yeah.
if you need to leave, you can just leave so that if anybody has a question, then you can stay back.
I have a question because I don't know.
So
oh, here they are. Here they are.
Because it's already
I got it. Okay, I understand now.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay, you're welcome.
I just.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Okay, bye. See you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.
See you.
Sorry, we've gone beyond time by 10 minutes, I think.
So you just want the vowel pointing for the first consonant,
huh?
Right? You just want the vowel pointing for the first consonant.
Yes, and then
yeah.
If there is an affix pronoun for the affix, if there is an affix pronoun at the end, you must include that affix pronoun.
Affix pronoun.
Like una, those ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did those for the first time, the first try. Yeah, the affix, the one at the end.
You did the ending part, I think, if I remember your paper well.
Yeah, but I
the
did
beginning part that you did not include. So that's why I just want to give you give everybody another chance, because I know it's not that you don't know. It's just that maybe
I didn't know I was supposed to. Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to include those.
Yeah.
Okay, I sort of get it. I hope. Okay.
All right.
I think I did it for the first one and then I didn't do it for the rest. I don't know why.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And they're all the same too, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay then.
I'll rewrite that tomorrow.
Yes, sure.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, sir, Professor.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Okay.